Sure. So here at the show, we have the HD, kind of the high resolution version, and it's 1920 by 1080, which is then divided horizontally for the left and right eye. So it is divided in half. So it's 960 by 1080 per eye. That's what each eye gets for the resolution. And then your eyes your brain fuses it together. And so it's a very high resolution. The screen door effect, the kind of black lines, the grid in between that people describe of the current 720p developer kit is gone in the 1080p, the HD, no screen door. Sure, so developers right now, when they make a game, they're targeting a PC monitor, right? They're targeting a 2D monitor. You can put the UI down in the corners, you can make a standard pop-up menu, and you don't make the game so that you can turn the camera around 360. You just have a fixed camera. So fixed camera and UI. When you go to VR, suddenly in VR, you can look 360. So you have to make sure that the camera of the game can look all around 360. You also can't put the HUD down in the corner anymore. The HUD now needs to be, the UI needs to be floating out in space. So it's a fairly big change for the user interface. And then depending on what kind of a game you made, it can take some number of days, maybe a week or two, to switch and port the game over. So it takes some time to get it right. Made for VR games from the beginning, they don't implement UI the same. They don't implement the game the same. They really are making the game for head tracking in mind from the very beginning. Even with the logos that show up. So that first logo, you should be able to have head tracked logo. Menu, everything, right from the beginning. So they're pretty different. Absolutely. We have a number of very, very talented folks on the team. Tom Forsyth was at Valve, and he's been at a number of top places. He was at Intel. So we have guys like Tom Forsyth. Marshall Klein wrote the C++ FAQ. He's a published author of a very famous C++ developer's guide. So there's a number of very talented, pretty reputable folks. We even have one of the head professors from the University of Illinois Urbana-Champaign, so a very top engineering school, and one of the head professors joined the company and left his tenured professorship to be full-time leading a lot of the vision development. So a number of super talented folks, and I think we have some pretty big names that are just about to join that we'll be announcing in the near future. So we have 8 PhDs on board now. That there's PC VR, where you have the headset and you plug into the PC with a keyboard and mouse or a gamepad. You can also have mobile VR, and mobile VR you'll have the headset and you can plug into the mobile device, and you can make content that is navigatable with a phone touchscreen. Or you could have the phone touchscreen in your pocket, and you could have a gamepad, and the gamepad could be Bluetooth to the phone, and then it's the same experience as a gamepad on the PC, gamepad on the mobile. But the mobile is pretty much wireless, right? It's just a one wire down to the phone, but it's not tethered to a desk or so you can use it anywhere. We think that mobile VR will be very popular because it's so convenient. And you can just have your Android phone and Oculus plug into the Android phone and just be in VR. Maybe make new kinds of experiences. If you're holding your phone and you can, in VR, you could, shoot things, or you could navigate a little bit with this touch, and no problem. And many mobile games, mobile VR, can even be made mostly with just head tracking, with just simple tap. Maybe tap to shoot or tap to investigate. There can be a game just with a simple tap interface on the controller. Most of the game, the head tracking. Right now we're really focusing on the headset itself. So we're not out making controller or a pad that you stand on. The ecosystem, third-party developers are making that in the ecosystem. And we love the experimentation that they're doing, the R&D that they're out there testing and trying different things. But Oculus is really focused on a sitting down VR experience first. Sitting in a chair, safe, comfortable, not standing up. So we're really focused on sitting down VR. We're also focused on keyboard, mouse, or a gamepad at first. Standard controller, until we have what we think is the ideal, best VR input, VR controller. We're not going to release anything. So you'll use third-party input devices, third-party walking machines. Once we feel like we know the best way to do it, then we may come out with our own version of something like a wand controller or something like that. But not right now. We're really focused on only the headset. No, it's going to be new content, new VR content. If you think about it, a mobile device has a very small screen, maybe 4.5, 5 inches. So really small, not immersive, maybe Angry Birds or a simple game. But in VR, you can have the same mobile device power a completely huge 360-degree view. The canvas, the screen, is bigger than even a console. Console has a TV, still maybe it's 50, 40-inch TV. With VR, it's complete 360, as big as you want. So imagine you're now able to make the mobile device have a bigger screen, a more immersive experience than the game console or than the PC monitor. It's not immersive, small, plugged in VR, most immersive, and still portable and still mobile. So we think it's a huge opportunity to make up mobile super immersive. It's going to be new games made for VR. New, made for VR mobile games.